We're live.
Hi.
Hello. Oh, you know what?
Hi, everyone.
We just got a text from Hina because she was supposed to join us, and that she's at the doctor's, but she can't get a private room until one opens up. Oh, so she was actually thinking of joining us here at the doctor's. Okay, she's gonna be in the chat. She isn't. Okay, I haven't even got it. We were talking so much, I didn't get into the YouTube thing. I wanted to have the chat up.
Yeah, I think she's, it's one of those things, it's life, and she actually just has an appointment. We're talking about Hina. She has an appointment to today, and you know how these appointments are. They always take up a lot more time and energy than you think, and they punch a big hole right in the middle of your day. So, but she's already here in the chat, and it's possible she can even drop in later. But we've at least got Hina in the chat. So hi, Hina. Thank you for coming.
Yeah. Okay, I've got my thing up here. Okay, I feel like I'm connected now. I've got the pop out chat. It's here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you're right. Okay, so Hina's here. Oh, and Demisha's here. Hey!
Hi,
oh my gosh,
Demisha.
oh my gosh, yay! She's here. She's here.
Hi, Great Fry.
So excited. Oh.
Hi, Phoebe. How are you?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so this is I haven't even shown everybody, this is my new apartment here in Toronto. Oh, can you see Snake? Is he still there? Oh, he is. See, look.
I can't see Snake right now.
In the bright white. I can't point. There we go. He's on his tree. Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see him now. I see him now, but only because you point him out.
I know.
Otherwise, he'd have to move, and then I'd be okay. There's Snake.
He's glowing, a little lump.
Yeah. Snake is like Mercury crossing over the sun from the viewpoint of the Earth or something right now.
If you squint, you can see him. Actually, it probably depends on my light. If I steal the light or go back, like she becomes more visible.
Right, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, so okay. So what are you working on today?
I'm probably gonna kind of bounce around a few, not deep things. Okay. I'm probably going to do a bit of research on publishers, because it's kind of that time. Actually, it's already, if I'm being truthful, sort of past the time for me to look into some more publishers, because I've already done some submissions a few months ago, and I've started to get some answers, or in other words, rejections.
That's the normal.
So, like as they kind of go out, hopefully they come in again, if you know what I mean. So it's about time for me to look into some more and ultimately send out some more submissions.
That's exciting, though. The submission.
Yeah, it is. It's it's
so
kind of.
You're going towards publishers, or are you going towards agents?
Publishers, actually.
Okay.
I'm focusing.
Can you do that in Canada? You can actually just go straight to the publisher.
If we're talking about a smaller publisher,
okay,
one that accepts, like unsolicited manuscripts,
right,
then yeah. But I can't, I can't here in Canada submit to, like a HarperCollins Canada, or like an imprint of Random House Canada or something like that. Okay. But there are still, and this is where it's really nice that I live, not in Toronto, but really near to it.
Yeah.
There are a good number of publishers that are big to the point where they, like when they publish stuff, it actually ends up like everywhere, basically.
Yeah, they have good distribution and stuff.
Right. Yeah. But then also they're small enough that you can just submit to them without having an agent representing you.
Oh my gosh.
So that's what I'm going to be doing for now. And then as all of those publishers run out, basically, then I'll kind of scratch my head and think about what to do from there. Yeah.
Well, hopefully one of them will pick you up, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I'm realistic about it because I know about how many rejections you have to go through, so and so, before you can,
But
I'll catch up a little bit
here.
in the comments.
Yay! Good to be in the chat. Yay.
Yeah, you're here in spirit, totally, 100%.
I'm good. How are you?
I think we're all doing pretty good, Phoebe.
Yeah. Hello.
Grayson's here.
Hey.
Hi, Grayson.
Let's go. You know what? This sweatshirt is actually, I don't know if you can see, but it's made out of blanket fabric. It's up 10 degrees here in Toronto.
What is it?
It was 10. Oh, sorry, Fahrenheit. I don't know what it is in Celsius.
I think it's minus 10 Celsius today.
Celsius? Okay. In Fahrenheit, it's 10.
So oh yeah, that would be about 10 degrees in Fahrenheit, I guess.
I mean, it's not like I'm going outside, and the place that we're living in, it holds heat well, but it's just, I don't know. It's like I get cold anyway, even when I live in Los Angeles and it's 70 degrees out and I'm freezing. So for me, this is perfect. I'm very cozy and snuggly.
You're Canadian now. We've adopted you. We officially.
Next 8 months.
we officially claim you. You're cold. You're Canadian. Hey ho. Shay with the hobbies is here.
Oh my gosh, hello.
Hi.
What's up?
The Naked Firefly is here too.
Hey.
Hi.
Oh my gosh, like a full house today. I'm so excited.
Let me see here.
Oh, there's a chat going on.
Yeah, there is.
Because I'm just saw yesterday that I have Blown Away on Netflix. Oh, that was the show that she was recommended, that Cache was recommending. What was that? Was that in another stream? Was that your stream, or was that somebody else's?
It might have been, yeah.
Okay.
I see.
And then, yeah. Okay, Blown Away. Yeah, see, it is there. Okay, see, I haven't seen it yet. Is it here? I don't even know if it's here in Canada, because guess that's the other thing here, is being in Canada, it's a different Netflix.
Right.
It's
the Canadian Netflix, right? The watered down version.
Well, no, you know what's funny is that Canadian Netflix still has The Office.
Right.
American does not. So I was actually rewatching The Office. So
I would imagine that the Canadian Netflix has a whole lot less shows in general, but they also have more Canadian shows.
They have more Canadian shows, but they also, because the licensing is so much for the like The Office, they're trying to do their whole NBC streaming thing, so that's why they pulled it from American Netflix. Mm-hmm. But because the licensing had already extended into the Canadian, they're just leaving it on there. So I'm sure they'll pull it at some point, but as of now, it is still. Both versions, the British version and the American version, are still on Canadian Netflix.
You know, I have a confession to make. I've never seen The Office.
Really?
It's one of those massive shows that I've always heard about, and
right.
Like even like Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, I've definitely seen more of. I've seen entire episodes.
After season 6, and pretend it got canceled.
Oh, right. That's what everybody says.
Never watch season 7 and 8, and then it'll be the perfect show. You'll just be like, oh, it's such a bummer that it got canceled after season 6. I wonder what happens.
Yeah. Didn't they just really drop the ball with the last,
they did. They didn't know what they were doing.
Episodes or something?
Well, that for sure. But they really dropped the ball starting season 7.
Okay.
There was still some cool stuff in season 7 and even season 8, but they just they ran out of source material, and they're just, I guess, not as good of writers. And I mean, it just simply comes down to that, I guess, because the direction when they were using source material, they veered off of it, but like they had a base to go by, and so I think they did very well. I actually liked the show in some instances better than the books. But then when they ran out of source material because he hasn't finished the series, in my opinion,
and he still hasn't finished it yet, huh?
No, I mean, my God, he has too much pressure now because now he has to make the book good. After everyone's so disappointed with the series.
Okay, so I have to watch The Office, and then I have to watch
Hina,
Game of Thrones up to season 6.
That's right.
Is that right?
Yes.
Got it.
Oh, it looks like Phoebe's watching The Office too.
Oh, is she?
It's next on my list after I finish The Office. Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh, they don't have Good Burger in Canadian Netflix. I learned last week. Oh, interesting. That is weird.
Okay.
But yeah, it is strange. Canada, you're right, doesn't have as many.
That would explain why I've never heard of it.
Oh, really? Oh, that's was that was on Nickelodeon, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Cache. I think Good Burger was Nickelodeon. I could be wrong.
So is it really about burgers or something?
No, it's a comedy.
Okay.
And it's I think I was a little too old when it came out, but I had friends that were so into it that were younger than me. But I think that it was Cache. Chime in here, Cache. I'm not sure. I think their names were Keenan and Kel. Is that it? Oh, did I butcher that? Anyway, it was supposedly really funny, and I think they worked at a burger joint, and that's why it's called the Good Burger. Cache, you're gonna have to correct me here. I'm.
Well, if it's been around, yeah. I mean, if it's been around
well.
years.
Like most '90s kids loved Good Burger.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like to grow up, yeah.
We're learning something here because I've never heard of that before, and so we're learning about like the differences between Canadian and American shows.
That's true. Yeah, because for me, I mean, I was a '70s, '80s kid, so I was already in my 20s in the '90s, so that was why I didn't get into it. But I guarantee you, I would have been into it if. Oh, okay. Yeah. She said, "Yep, Nickelodeon with Keenan and Kel." Okay, I didn't butcher it.
Okay.
Yes. And Good Burger was the name of the restaurant. Yes. Okay.
Oh, really?
I didn't see it, but I still got it.
Well, that would explain the title, yeah. The Naked Firefly. Love The Office. Never heard of Blown Away.
Yeah, I hadn't either. Cache brought it up, and she said it was really good. I can't remember where she was recommending it. It was either in this stream, or I think it might have been on Kate's Twitch stream.
Oh, okay.
You never really, Hina? You're a '90s girl. I think you would have heard of that. That's crazy.
Okay, Hina's making me feel a lot better right now. A lot less Canadian, anyway.
I guess there are some people that haven't heard of it, but Oh, and Naked Fireplace and Good Burger that's right. They made it into a movie as well. I do remember that.
I haven't even, I haven't heard of the movie. I haven't heard of the show.
It's a whole other world you can explore.
Yeah.
Nostalgia.
Even, thinking back to your Labyrinth cosplay stream. Yeah. I had never heard of Labyrinth. I don't know if that
well, that's more understandable because that was like 85, 84, 86, somewhere around there.
Okay. So I'm wondering now if that even
I feel like people are in the clear when it's 70s and 80s movies, at a certain age, because at that point you almost have to know somebody or just, have that sort of, into that kind of cult, what is that, cult classic niche, kind of stuff. Exactly. Like for me, when Labyrinth came out, I was 12. So it was like the perfect age, because I think the main character was like 13 or 14, you know, so it was just like I was at the perfect age. Whereas Hannah's a huge fan, even though she's 10 years younger than me, because she was really into that sort of you know, pop culture niche, you know, thing.
Yeah.
So for her, like she saw it on TV for the first time. So for her, it was just like, oh my God, I want to watch this over and over again. Like for me, I saw it in the theaters, you know, when it came out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. And the late David Bowie is just amazing anyway.
I know. And I mean, for me, like I was a huge Monty Python fan growing up,
Mm-hmm.
and a huge George Lucas fan because I was a huge Star Wars fan. And the fact that, and Jim Henson, because I was into the Muppets. So the fact that like George Lucas, Jim Henson, and Terry Jones came together to do a movie was just like the perfect storm. I was just like, this is amazing.
You know, actually, how I really know David Bowie best?
What?
The video game Metal Gear Solid 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he do a voice?
So his song, "The Man Who Saved the World," is it's really like the literal mantra, like kind of like a main song for the whole game. There's another artist who re-recorded it, so it's like pretty much, it's quite different from his original version.
Yeah.
But yeah, they play, and even like the way that what's his name, the director Hideo Kojima, writes everything in terms of the song and the game itself. Like he literally writes the game based on the song, so they're like interconnected. And
I know that. That's amazing.
And yeah, it's that's pretty much my favorite game of all time.
Wow.
Metal Gear Solid 5, and they just do an amazing job with the song in the game, and it plays over and over.
I was going to say, I wonder if that's what, because I always enjoy watching my husband play games like that, and I know there's a Metal Gear that he loved. It's probably that one then.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically, so it's Metal Gear Solid 5, but it actually comes in two parts. So there's Ground Zeroes, which is kind of like the prelude, and then the Phantom Pain, which is the main game. So those two put together are sort of like the full Metal Gear Solid 5 experience.
Oh, okay. I'll have to ask him. He's not here.
Oh, he'll know. He'll know about it and about the cover of the song. Yeah.
That sounds so awesome.
Oh, I'm falling behind there, aren't I?
I can pull a card. Do you want to pull a card? There's no beaver card in here, as you know, but.
Oh, you've got your cards? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
let's pull a card.
Oh, and Keshe said that her boyfriend loves watching Monty Python. Yay! I actually was able to, I don't like going to concerts, just because I just don't. But the only live shows I've ever been to are comedy shows. I mean, I've been to a couple concerts. That's how I know I don't like concerts. But
they're so loud.
They're just loud. Yeah, that's my problem. I just get, even with earplugs, it's just like I'm not even enjoying it with the earplugs. Why am I here? You know, it's like I don't even know what I'm doing here. But with comedy shows, so the only things I've been to have been Monty Python, like either an Eric Idle show or a John Cleese show or whatever, and those have been amazing. And I was supposed to go to their last one in London. My friend got tickets because they did a live performance in London, all of them together a few years ago.
Okay.
And I got tickets. My sister, her boyfriend, and her friend were going. And then I had this really bad health scare. And it sent me into this 4-month panic attack. Like I couldn't get out of the fight or flight mode. My heart was just constantly like this. And so I had to cancel. I didn't get to go. Sad story, I know.
But that was, you said, in London?
It was in London, and they went. So my sister and Joe and her friend all went. So they took video and they took pictures, but I wanted to go. And I've never been to London. I mean, I really would have been really cool. I think a cool experience, but
yeah, that would have been awesome. Too bad.
Oh well. I've seen them all in concert separately, just not together. Yes, it's so good. Just well, it depends. I did go to. I ended up.
They'll pick on you, right?
They can't. But I did end up in the front row. No, it was the fifth row for Flight of the Conchords. And it was really cool to be that close because right in front of me, speaking of Monty Python, like in front of me was Eric Idle. Like I kept wanting to poke his head. It was like right in front of me. And I'm all like, he's here. And what was so funny about it is that up in the balcony, you'd think that Eric Idle would have had the balcony seats, by the way, not like in the normal audience where people could like come up to him. But Weird Al Yankovic was up in the balcony, and the warm up comedian came up, and he actually made a joke about Weird Al. And since everybody in the audience can see Weird Al, it was like this roar of laughter. And then he kind of, and by the way, the warm up guy was Aziz Ansari, so he was amazing.
Yeah,
and hysterical.
I know him.
But he paused and he stood after the joke, and he stood back. He's like, that joke wasn't that funny. He's like, why did you guys laugh? And then everyone pointed to the balcony and he saw Weird Al and he's like, oh my God. And it was so funny because he was like genuinely taken aback. He's like, dude, I know that joke was not that funny. It was like, well, because
he won't be forgetting about that anytime soon.
But yeah, oh, hey, Regina. Setting up Google Play. Okay. Oh, and Cache loves Flight of the Conchords. I love that was one of my favorite concerts live show that I ever went to. Oh, I want to so badly, Phoebe. I've never been there, and it would be so much fun now that I have friends there now. I want to go.
Yeah, I'd love to go. Even from the standpoint of knowing the language. I mean, having that
Right.
sort of kind of like burden or that stress off your shoulders.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, I'd love to go to Britain and England and yeah.
All right. I'll pull the card.
Hi, Regina.
Okay, so we got the butterfly.
The butterfly.
You are changing. Emerge into your new state of being. Honor your transformation.
Woo-hoo. That's a good one. I like that one.
I like that. That's perfect for a sprint.
Yeah.
We are emerging into our honor our transformation.
Okay. Well then, on that note, shall we do maybe a 21-minute sprint?
Yeah, I'm down for that. I always like the longer ones.
Okay. I just need to move my, adjust my time here for 21 minutes. Okay, that's good. Okay, now, please stand by. Plays elevator music.
Yeah.
Okay, good luck, everyone.
Yay! Mute.
There's no beeping.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
How are we supposed to know when it's over?
Oh, my bad. It's a Canadian timer, you know. We don't have beeps for our timers, you know. We're low budget.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. How'd everybody do though?
Yes.
That's 21 minutes.
How'd you do?
I did okay. I actually looked into a publisher. I hit up their website, and actually this publisher looks pretty exciting. I haven't gone through everything for submissions and for the about section and all that, but
Okay.
just even for the the designs of the covers, like for the books that I see there in the list, I really like the way they look. So
Ooh.
yeah, they basically look the way I'd want my book to look. So
Right. Ooh,
that's already a good sign.
Yeah, that's super important too. Yeah, because when you're going through a publisher, you don't really get much of a choice on the cover. So it's good to know what kind of covers they do, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, you want to be like in sync with them for design.
Yeah.
And all that.
I mean, I know you get input, like a lot of people get input, obviously, into their covers. But yeah, that's so cool.
Woo-hoo. Who knows? Maybe I'll end up getting accepted by this publisher. You know, that I looked up.
I know on
my own stream. That'd be kind of good, but weird in a way, but good.
Yes. Well, kind of like the butterfly that we just read.
Yeah. Oh man, that wouldn't be the first time one of the cards called events accurately.
That's true.
How'd you do?
Good. I'm actually I'm going to be launching a new channel.
Oh, okay.
But it's for my sewing and stuff, like all my crazy, insane bags and stuff that I like to make. But I'm doing a whole new project to sort of launch the channel. But I have like a lot of this footage of me doing some of the projects that, like, you know, I don't know if you've seen on my writing channel, I did like a show like Read What You Sew, where, you know, I sort of talk about the writing of why I like something as I'm making a bag. But I really just wanted to do like how I made the bag kind of videos, like because there's actually a lot of channels like that, like cosplay and, you know, sort of more maker videos and those types of videos. So I'm taking the footage that I have from those projects and re-editing them into that style and that type of video. So a lot of the people that that follow me on my writing channel, some of the videos are not going to be new projects for them because they've seen the Read What You Sew. But I am going to do a totally new project for the first video. So for anybody from my AuthorTube channel that comes, you know, and decides that that's something they're interested in, then at least they'll get a new project. But
what will be the name of the channel?
It's very generic, but it's just simple and to the point. I'm calling it Becca's Craft Corner.
Becca's Craft Corner?
Yeah.
I'll type it in here.
I haven't made it yet though. But I'm just kind of in the process of making like the banner and then I'm just going to be editing 3 videos. I'm doing my my xenomorph bag from Aliens. I'm doing my Phoenix bag, but I am taking out all reference of Harry Potter and everything because I'm not happy.
Done with that, huh?
Yeah, I'm done. I know people can separate, you know, author from story. I'm not, I can't do it. I wish I could sometimes, but I can't then read the book because then I start to see the opinion of that person
Yeah.
that I didn't notice before. And then it's like,
No,
oh
that's
my
totally
God,
true.
how did I miss it? How did I miss it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I totally get that. For
So
me, I mean, maybe I'm fortunate in a way, but I mean, I read Harry Potter. I read through, all 7 of them.
mhm.
Um, but I did so when I was a full-grown adult. So I mean, I
I
don't
did
have like,
too. I did too, but I mean, if you know me, you've seen my channel. I get
yeah.
obsessive even as an adult. So
I don't know. I kind of read them and I did enjoy them, but I also admittedly read them to see what everyone else was reading.
I get that. I get
Yeah.
that.
So
I honestly originally read them. I was in my 20s. No, it might have actually been early 30s. No, late 20s. Um, but it was because it was same kind of thing. Like only 4 books had been out at that point. And
okay.
but it just the hype, I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then I admit my I have like this side of the family I don't like to admit exists, but they wouldn't let their kids read it because they said it was a sin and it was like whatever. And I'm just like, that's BS. And so I honestly sort of read it in defiance.
Okay.
I'm all like, screw you guys. I'm gonna read this book. And I just really got attached. I really got immersed. I was in it. I mean, I fangirl like crazy. So this was actually realizing that J.K. Rowling and and this just the utter crap that's come out of her mouth is just it's just really disheartening because she did seem like a person that sort of
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, had a handle on things and kind of seemed like, on certain things she was very open and, so this I have too many close friends that are trans to it's just and maybe that's her problem. She just doesn't really know anybody and has never been through it or experienced, and so
she could live in her own bubble.
yeah, and that's the problem. I think a lot of people that are that big have, like the Steven Spielbergs and the things like that of the world where you just constantly get told yes to at a certain point because you are so kind of untouchable. Like I think that's a lot of reasons why people had so many problems with like the Star Wars prequels because no one could say no to George. Whereas in the beginning with the first 3 movies, his wife was all like, no, no. And they can literally now say like one of the reasons why those first 3 movies are so good is because she just called him out on everything and he listened, he took it in and then he did his own, changes accordingly. And, they're stronger films, So I think you get to this point where you're so you have power, rich, whatever. No one wants to say no to you. And so I don't think you really get real feedback. Everybody's just going to be like, oh, don't listen. Oh, they don't know. Oh, everyone's happy. Oh, you're fine. You're this, you're that. And they don't really hear anything anymore.
Even from an editorial standpoint, I think book number 5, The Order of the Phoenix, just suddenly became twice the size of
that was kind of a mess. The only book that I didn't like was because it was such a mess. Like it was all over the place. Yeah.
I think that was what you're talking about. I mean, the editors.
Yeah. No one edited it. That was when they just were like.
Didn't have. Yeah, they didn't. Or maybe she insisted on the book being that length and not cutting out this, and this.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? I mean, we don't know. But yeah. So Phoebe. She read them as a kid and then she watched the movies. I know, I do too. I wish JK had just written them and disappeared.
Yeah.
I know. I hate to say that, but it's like it's true sometimes. Like sometimes when you create such a magical world and whatever, I mean, it's just like and then you learn more about the author and you're just like, "Oh, why? Yeah. Why did you have to ruin everything?"
Oh, before I forget, so far, okay, so on my first stream I did some show and tell. Okay, so I'm gonna keep that tradition alive.
Okay.
I've got a little something here. Let me just move my
What?
I've
Aww.
got my copy of Geraldine's Alley. This
Oh
is
my
the
goodness.
paperback. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. I've got it's like the mirror image or something. But yeah, this came quite some time ago, like Sunday, I think.
Aw. Thank you for getting it. That's so sweet.
I'm actually
And speaking of, Phoebe's in the comments. She did all the artwork on the interior.
You know, Phoebe's a legit. Actually, I'm getting my voice back. Maybe I'm muted.
You're good. Yeah.
I'm hearing myself though.
Oh, you're echoing or something? Oh.
Yeah.
You're not echoing on my end. I don't know if everyone else is, but. Oh, thank you, Naked Firefly.
I am muted. Well, actually.
Oh, they're getting an echo too. Okay, I'm not getting an echo. Is it on Michael's end or is it on my?
No, I've actually fixed it.
Oh, okay.
It's weird, but like it was my YouTube video was actually muted.
Okay.
But I just unmuted it and then muted it again, and then for some reason that fixed it.
Oh, okay. So it was the YouTube video. Gotcha.
But I was saying, yeah, Phoebe's a legit professional artist. I mean,
yeah. Oh my God. I wish I could show you, but I actually hired.
You mean the chapter headings?
The chapter headings are amazing, but I actually hired her to do a cover for Kilkeo Peak, and because I stopped working on Kilkeo Peak, I haven't been able to show anybody.
Oh,
it's an amazing cover, but she drew a dragon. Like, this is legit. Like, it is gorgeous, and I'm
she is a legit professional artist. I have to say.
Oh my God, she's. I know. I'm like hiring her for everything. She's just like. She's amazing. Oh my God.
You are. So Kilkeo Peak, that's what you were.
That's the one I've been working on for like the last 3 years. Yes, I just keep on going back and forth to it. I was working on it last month, and then I don't know what it is. I think there's something missing. And until I figure out what it is, I kind of just have to let it percolate. And I hate doing that because it's like there's so much of it that I love and that I want to share and that I want to get out there. But I do feel like there's something missing. And until I figure out what that is, I feel like I'd be doing a disservice of just trying to like publish it and get it out there, the way that I'm going as it is. So I keep on, coming back to it and until something hits me.
Yeah,
but
that's the way it is, even for me. I mean, I've been sort of trying to start basically a new project, but it's just not there. And at the same time, hey, the old or the current project is still something that needs so much work from the editing side, from the publishing side, all that, looking after it and sort of like changing hats. Yeah, going from the writer to the sort of promoter or the person submitting all that. So, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna that off on it for now.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that sometimes some projects just work perfectly, and that's easy, and it's not easy, but it just everything falls into place, and you get it done, and and you get it out there, and that's great. And then sometimes some projects, most of the pieces are there, but you just have that gut feeling, that instinct that there is something missing, and you just need to hold out until it really comes together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, for the new project, I'm not even there. So you're ahead of me.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just totally give it the time that it needs.
Exactly.
Let the forces do their things. Let the muses do their things too.
Well, thank you for getting.
But I'm going to finish the Secret Garden. I'm roughly halfway through right now, and then right after that, I'm gonna get onto Geraldine's alley, and I'm so excited. I'm really excited.
Yay! Thank you. I
Yeah.
love Secret Garden, by the way. I'm kind of actually not happy that you're reading Secret Garden and then reading my book, but that's cool.
It's all good.
Follow up with that. I mean, come on. Read some crappy novel in between, and then I'll feel better.
Okay, maybe I don't know. I'm sure it'll be just fine, Becca. Let's catch up here. I'm behind. So, Phoebe.
That's a perfect
fan.
Oh, thank you so much. Yay. Okay, so that was where they were hearing the echo. But it sounds like it went away. Yeah, Regina said it got all better.
Well, it's kind of like on and off a bit, like as you were talking about Kilkeo Peak. I was like trying to fix it. But it seems like it comes back or something, but then as soon as I like unmute and mute it again, it goes away. I don't know.
StreamYard, I'm telling you.
Who knows?
All better. Yay. Oh, Regina, oh my gosh. Regina gave me, she sent me the best email after, because she was an ARC reader.
I'm not surprised.
And she's just amazing. And she sent me the most amazing email after. I was like crying. I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. Oh my God. She's like amazing. Oh.
For sure, Regina.
USA bestseller, Regina.
You're most welcome, Phoebe. You deserve it.
I could gush forever.
Yeah. Regina says, marketing is half the ball game, unfortunately.
It's so hard.
It's half the ball game, even if you, that whole side of it is half, even if you're going the traditional publishing route. And if you want to go indie publishing, then it's way, way more even.
It's true. I'd say it's probably about 75%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I have a couple of friends that, like my one friend, she published a YA contemporary with Penguin.
Oh.
And but they really didn't do a lot of marketing. It was just a lot, it was on their website and things like that, and then press releases and things like that. But so it didn't do as well as it could have. And the thing is that you can still do advertising, even paid advertising through Amazon, if you're traditionally published. If you want maybe just to get more eyes or views or reviews or whatever. But and I think a lot of traditionally people don't think they need to do that, or sometimes they don't have to be honest. I mean, their stuff sells as it is. But yeah, it's the only way you can really get it into people's eyes is ads. The only problem with ads, though, nowadays is because it's become so saturated and it's a per click type thing. You have to be competitive in the cash that you put up. And that's just almost near impossible for indie publishers that don't have a lot of cash on hand. So, Mark Dawson and places like that, they have these great courses, and I've taken them and I love it. But then when you're actually looking at his ads that are working, sure, he doesn't actually spend this, but the top budget that he puts, it's $100,000, $200,000. It's no, he doesn't spend that amount because, it's about per click. But I would never be able to put that number in as my monthly, so he's constantly winning the click battle because he can put that kind of number in. So it's yes, he will make the money because he's just everywhere you go, you're going to see his book and whatever. And it is about eyes, but who has that? No one has that. He didn't in the beginning, but that's because he started before it was saturated. And that's around the same time I started, and I was doing ads, and they worked really well for me at first. I
remember you saying that.
Yeah, and they don't work well for me now because of the saturation. So it's and I don't have that kind of budget. I don't think I think most people did it. If I would have continued like he did maybe I would be there by now, but I stopped, you know, and that's my fault, you know, my mistake. But I, what can I do about it now? Nothing. I can just kind of continue forward. So it's like, I feel like a lot of people that started that ad, you know, whatever the path of ads back when they first started in the early, you know, 2010, 2011, that's about when I started too, but kept with it. They're all doing great. I don't know why I didn't keep with it.
Well, you know what they say.
Doing okay, but it's just like I could have been like way better off.
I'm going to put this comment on the screen here.
Regina.
You know, it's also word of mouth that generates sales.
Yeah, that's
you know,
true.
and
Absolutely.
You know, people just reading works and recommending them to their friends, and those friends continuing to recommend to theirs, and you know, the process going on and on. So
no, it's true. Because if you think about why you read a book or why you're reading a current book, it's usually because you heard of something or someone recommended it to you.
Yeah,
that is usually the way I read books as well.
So Regina's finished reading the book, and so she's got good things to say about it, and I'm looking forward to reading it too.
Oh, thank you.
Word of mouth.
Oh my God, thank you. Are you kidding me? Like I said, I was like, Regina. Oh,
To make it Firefly, I'm struggling with marketing.
It's hard because it's just, there are so many avenues to take, and yet when one doesn't work, you try the other, and it can get so overwhelming and so frustrating that sometimes it just makes you want to just stop, you know? And so, which is what I did. And I wish I hadn't. But it's just so easy to. It's so easy to get disheartened and to just, yeah, I know, Phoebe, seriously. I mean, and that's the thing is I'm watching his show and his video, and then I'm like, does that say $200,000? Like, and I get that he's not spending that. He's not even spending anywhere near that, but he puts it in as the limit so that he can outbid people. And so he probably spends about $10,000 to $20,000 a month on advertising, which is still a lot. Like, who has that? Yeah. But in order for it to generate that, he has to put it at the 100,000, 200,000 mark, and then he's basically outbidding other people. It's just about outbidding people. That's to get into the prime spot. Okay. And that's why it's bad with oversaturation, because if you don't have the cash to outbid, you're never gonna beat anybody. I used to be able to do, I think it was like $10 a day. It's my daily limit. And that used to be great. Like, that was actually fine. It worked really well. But if I tried doing that now, I wouldn't get any, which I have. Yeah. I don't get anything. So it's very frustrating.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, even just the world at large in the last 10, 15 years seems like it's really changed a lot. I mean, you've got all kinds of different things that have come up. You've got social media, you know, you've got all these different ways that people can entertain themselves now. You know, it does kind of feel a little doom and gloom sometimes that people aren't reading anymore.
I know. And yet that actually means more opportunities for different types of advertising. But it's just, unless you know how to, which I don't, dive into those things. It's like you almost have to be the innovator, you know what I mean? You have to be the one that thinks of the next best thing, because it's like there are so many courses, there's so many like advice thing, like blogs and things like that. And then by the time you've read the blog, it's been recommended. So many people are already using that. It's just it's sort of one of those cycles. So
yeah. Oh man.
I was doing $10 a day or more. And the returns kept dwindling. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was doing as well. Oh, Stefan's home. I'm on live. Leave me alone. No, Yeah, let's do another sprint.
Hina suggests we do another sprint.
She's like, quit talking about marketing. You're stressing me out because we got to market our books.
Right. Oh, did you say you wanted to pull a card?
Yeah, I'm going to pull a card. I'm going to pull another card. All right. Here we go. Oh, we got the fox.
Okay, we've gotten that before.
Definitely got that before. Blend in. Avoid being the center of attention. Become protective when needed.
Okay.
Interesting. Well, according to this, we should just stop the live right now. Avoid being the center of attention. Click.
Well, no, we're gonna try and blend in, but also
Let's do a sprint. It's a
protect what we're blending in with, I guess. Okay. Shall we go for say 24 minutes to try and
yeah,
make
let's
up
do it.
a bit?
Love it.
Okie dokie. Okay. Good luck, everyone.
Yay, good luck. Ding, 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 ding.
I can hear it, but I'm not sharing the thing, the timer. So I'll have to look into that.
You can just say it. Done.
Done, 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 done.
So I think you should read your poem. That was I love it.
Sure. Yeah, just a sec here. So, yeah, I wrote this poem for this stream, and we'll just have to keep in mind that Hina is here in spirit,
Yes.
and she's literally here in the chat. Where am I here? I just have to scroll up a bit. Okay, so here it is in 3 stanzas, untitled. And so, merry friends stand together at last, upon a high ridge raised by time past. Well within sight, and as the land deems, runs one of the world's pretty old streams. As its own sort of spirit, it sees many things, the quiets of beggars and coronations of kings, spring fields of green and fall groves of red, great marble bridges as they move overhead. These friends have learned the feel of its flow, and that it was here with heart long ago. Here we all are, through its power to endow. It will be here still, very long from now.
Yay! Oh, I love that.
Thank you.
You should do a poem every stream.
Maybe, yeah. I have to think about
your thing. Because
yeah.
I always love your poetry whenever you do it in other people's streams.
Yeah. Well, the only reason I'm reading it is because we don't have Cachet on screen, unfortunately.
I know. She's so good at that. Oh.
She's the official reader, right?
Yes. Oh, so how'd you do?
I did okay. I did a smidge more looking into this this publisher.
Oh, good. I'm curious.
Oh, it's just called Invisible Publishing, and it's it's a small publisher based on the East Coast, so it's a Maritimes publisher.
Yeah, my friend was published by I think it was a Canadian small publisher as well.
Okay.
And she really loved them a lot. And yeah, she was able to get into all the stores, Barnes and Noble. That actually was nice because she came down to LA. She lives in Oregon, so it was actually fun. We got to go to her, where she'd write a chapter and got to sign for everybody.
Do you remember the name?
Already, know about them though. I would imagine these would be. I can't remember the name of them. Let me look it up real quick because maybe you've already written to them or haven't yet. They're really good though. Let's see. Debbie. I'm gonna look up my friend. I feel horrible. Don't have things memorized.
It's okay if you can't find it.
Blue Moon Publishers.
I don't. I'm gonna make a note.
Yeah, let me see.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Yeah, I think they're Canadian based.
Blue Moon Publishers, huh?
Yeah, I thought they were. Anyway, they were really good. She really liked them, but I don't know. Looking at their website, it's funny because my friend wrote a comedy, like a comedy YA fiction. But when I'm looking at their website, it doesn't look like they have a lot of that. I wonder if they started steering away from fiction. It looks like a lot of. Anyway.
I've made a note. Thanks. I'll look into them.
Yeah.
And also, hopefully, things go well enough with the pandemic that we can, in June, attend Lizelle's
I
book
know.
launch.
I want to go so bad. She said that there's, hopefully they'll still be able to do like signings and stuff like that. Probably
Okay.
like social distancing versions of them.
Yeah.
But I want to go so bad. Oh,
I'll just be heartbroken if I can't go.
I know.
It doesn't work out.
I like if they're having them, I'm gonna go. Like I feel like
sure.
that's for sure. I guess the only way it wouldn't happen is if they just didn't schedule any.
Yeah.
But I'm sure if she's gonna do some, she'll be in downtown Toronto, so I could just walk.
Yeah, I could take the GO train there. We'll meet up. We can, we'll vlog it or something. We'll meet up.
Yes. Oh my God, that would be so much fun.
But in case you haven't heard, that's Lizelle Sambury's Blood Like Magic.
Yes.
And that's her work. It's coming out on the 15th of June.
June, yes.
Yeah, and
it's still a ways away.
Heard,
I feel like there's hope for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she's planning a downtown Toronto launch, pandemic pending.
Oh. It looks like Phoebe left for dinner, so she's probably not even here. But bye, Phoebe.
Bye, Phoebe.
Yeah, you should do a book of poetry.
A book of poetry?
Yeah. Do you? Oh wait.
Oh, are you?
I would definitely read a book of poetry of yours. Yeah. Have you ever considered publishing your poetry?
Well, kind of. I've published a little bit of it because I do come from a background of the literary magazines in the Toronto scene.
Yeah.
So I've published just little poems here and there. I guess.
That's awesome.
But I guess an entire volume of poetry would be a different thing.
You should think about it. You've got a whole bunch of author tubers that would buy it.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
I don't know about that, but thank you.
You could literally call it the streaming book of poetry.
Yeah.
all the poetry that you came up during a stream, you could just do it all in one book.
Yeah, or I could even do like a live stream or something that was just a thing of all of my accumulated poems.
That'd be amazing. Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
Well, it's for 15 minutes until the stream is over. So
you want to do another one?
Like maybe a 10-minute?
Yeah, sure.
And then we just talk for the last 5 or something?
Sure.
That sound good? Okay, well let me draw a card.
Okay.
Draw a card for the last 10 minutes. What does the universe have to tell us? Boom! Oh my God, we got the butterfly again.
The butterfly again. So it's for 1 and 3, huh? Springs 1 and 3.
That's crazy. You are changing. Emerge into your new state of being. Honor your transformation. I love it. It's actually very fitting that I'm working on a new channel and getting the butterfly twice.
Yeah. So there are butterflies on the stream, huh?
That's right.
Okie dokie. Just a sec here. 10 minutes, huh?
Yeah, don't you think?
I think so.
A good number.
Mm-hmm. Okie dokie, here we go.
Yeah. Oh, it started. I'm like waiting. I'm like, is it gonna start? Oh, it started. All right, I'm gonna mute.
That's it.
I feel like Laura. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Yay.
Yay.
I'm almost done editing this video, actually.
So that's going to be the first video for the new channel?
No, these are the ones that I had the footage for that I've already done before. So the one I'm working on right now is, it actually, I didn't really do a making of video on my channel. I did like it was like an anti-bullying video about how I made the scythe from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I made a bag that's like the actual weapon.
Oh, I see.
And so I kind of briefly show like a quick, time lapse while I'm talking about how, making stuff like this is like why I was kind of bullied as a kid, because I just always made weird stuff. I was just weird, and now I'm like proud to be weird, but I was very weird.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, when I was in high school, I wore a cowboy hat to school.
You what?
I wore a cowboy hat to school.
That's cool, though.
I learned the hard way that was very, very weird, especially, like in the context at the time, all that.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like when I was in high school, because I was really, I started sewing when I was like 7. So I really sort of dove in to clothing when I was in high school, and I would just like, I loved the movie Dick Tracy because of all the colors, so I made these crazy like collage pants, and people were just like but I love them because I made them. I made like this crazy like turquoise and red bolero that went with them. I mean, it was insane. But
do you still have a lot of it now?
I didn't keep them. I don't know why. I even made family tree pants where I did flags. Like I cut out each individual piece of a flag for each country that our family was from, and I made them into pants. But I got teased so hard for those. But you have to start somewhere, and I didn't care, and I was lucky. I had a group of small friends that were totally supportive and wonderful. And they're still my friends today. So
I was kind of, I don't know. I was a nerd and a geek, but in an off kind of way, and I didn't fit in with the nerds and the geeks. But at the same time, I'd say that I was fortunate that I wasn't bullied, because even the bullies didn't kind of see me as a nerd or a geek or something like that. I was kind of like in the middle or something. Nobody
kind of like ignored, like they didn't care. Like,
I was the odd duck that was always kind of swimming between the different groups, like in the cafeteria at lunchtime.
That's good though. And to be fair, I was more that than like severely bullied. I had friends that were severely bullied, and that was
I knew friends also.
And I would stand up for them, and and then therefore keep getting lumped into, so like my high school popularity just declined so hard by the time I was a senior. Like I didn't even get invited to my 10-year reunion. So
I haven't been to any reunions.
I haven't either. But it's funny because Facebook, like the 10-year reunion, like Facebook was sort of invented after our 10 reunion. And so a lot of those people that were, it was funny, I was talking to Cache about this the other day, but a lot of these people that were not nice to me in high school, like, the popular kids and things like that, all they remember is that they paid attention to me. It wasn't nice, but that's all they remember. And so when they saw me on Facebook, they're like, Becca, oh my God, it's better. And I'm like, what? Nice to me. Like,
I think I'm sort of like in the same niche as you.
Okay.
Yeah. In terms of how I was in high school.
Yeah. Cause people are, contact me. That's like they're thinking of me fondly. And I'm all like, where is this coming from? But I'm like, okay, I'll go with it. Hi.
Hi.
I mean, I don't really hold
boy.
grudges in that sense. So I'm just
Yeah.
like, and like I said, they were never cruel or mean or like they were just like, I think I just made them uncomfortable. I think that's the bottom line because I wore my weird flag. And I think they just were a little bit like, I don't know how to react to you.
Yeah,
So just
yeah.
kind of reacted badly.
Yeah, that sounds like me. That it does.
But anyway, so I did do so I did the side that was just sort of showing like I used to make stuff like this and be teased for it, but now I can make it. And being in sort of that geek nerd community, I get more celebrated for it and like, oh my God, that's so cool, you know, as opposed to before, like, okay, that's kind of weird that you're making that. You know? So now I'm just, because I'm doing this whole crafting channel, I figure I have all this footage of I did like every step, you know, every sewing, you know, I had camera angles and I just never got to show it. So I'm like, you know what?
I'm definitely going to be subscribed to it once it's
okay,
once it's
thank you. But yeah, my first project is totally new. Like no one knows about it.
Okay.
I haven't said anything. I kind of like what I talked about the 90-day thing before we started the thing. Well, I don't want, in case I can't make it.
No, it sounds like a good approach to me. I wish I'd thought of that for something.
No one disappointed, right? No one gets disappointed. You know, they didn't know. I wasn't going to make
Aren't Regina and Hina just the most supportive
I
people in
know.
the world?
Yes, absolutely. We should make like have all four of us on the stream.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Regina, and I have jumped back into my edits.
yay.
So
I
thank
know
you very
they
much.
suck. I hate doing edits. Regina and I have talked about this. It's like,
Yeah, it's hardcore editing.
it's hard. Yeah.
Hi, Laura.
We're just about to sign off. But
Yeah, we're just about finishing.
Oh, gosh. Yay. You went over? What does that mean?
I think she means that because of the absence of sound with the timer, she just went over.
You think I should know. I mean, Hina and I are like on the same psychic wavelength, but I'm like, what do you mean you went over? Okay, well, this was good. Stefan's giving me we need to do stuff. Look, but
yeah, and we're over time too, so I guess I'll just end it here.
Well, thank you for having me. I had such a fun time.
Thank you for being here. This has been amazing.
Yay. And so now, okay, so you're going to be doing them Friday, you're thinking, but maybe a little bit later?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, thanks for reminding me. Yeah, I'll put, I'll put a thumbnail up like a few days in advance to make it official. But I'm thinking for next week, I'm going to do Friday, but at 3:00 p.m.
Okay.
Eastern time.
Eastern time, yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So yeah, 3 in the afternoon Eastern for next week. For next week, which will be Friday also.
Yay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, good.
But yeah, I'll make it official when I put it up. Yay. Okay. So thank you everyone for coming. Thanks, bundles and bunches. Bye bye.